everybody, this is Phil and Soup from JellyTots. Do you remember my friend Soup, the superhero? Oh yes, we're here again. Oh, what's that, Soup? Oh, he says, you're not Phil. You're far too smart. Shirt, tie, cufflinks. He says, what have you done with Scruffy Phil? Well, Soup, it really is me. It's just that Rico last week was telling me off for not ironing my shirts and for looking scruffy. So I promised him that I would make an effort this week. So here we are. So it really is me. Is that all right? Oh, he says that's okay. So, Soup, have you had a good week? Oh, he's quite excited. He's had a good week. What's going on? Oh, he says, Rico has been reading the Bible with him this week. He says he found it really interesting. So, Soup, what have you found interesting in reading the Bible? He says what's interesting is Jesus. You can never predict what he's going to do or say next. It just keeps you on the edge of your seat as you read. So, he says, Rico and I have been very excited about it. Well, that's good, Soup. Well done. So are you ready for Kate to read the next story from the Bible? Oh, he's really excited about that. So, Soup, before we do that, shall we sing our song? Oh, he's ready. So we just check on the gang. There they all are. Oh, yes, they're all ready. You ready, gang, to sing our song? Here we go. If you're happy and you know it, wash your hands. If you're happy and you know it, wash your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, wash your hands. If you're happy and you know it, shout, rah, rah! If you're happy and you know it, shout, rah, rah! If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout, rah, rah! If you're ready for a story, say, shh. If you're ready for a story, say, shh. If you're ready for a story and you really want to hear it, if you're ready for a story, say, shh. Oh, we are so ready, aren't we? Over to you, Kate.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to JellyTots Story. This week we are looking at a true story about how Daniel points to Jesus. So, it's not Daniel and the lion's den, it's Jesus and the lion's den. Did you know that the oldest stories in the Bible are a bit like puzzles? If you look very carefully, you can spot some Jesus moments. Those are moments when someone in the story is a bit like Jesus. So this book is about the really exciting story of Daniel. But what makes it even more exciting is that you can spot some Jesus moments too. There are lots of lions in this story, but every time you see this special lion, it's a clue that there is a Jesus moment too. Are you ready to start the story? Let's begin. Do you have any habits? Maybe you sing in the bath, or twiddle your thumbs, or stick your finger up your nose. Yuck. This is a story about Daniel and his habit. It was a great habit, but it was a habit that got him into a lot of trouble. Daniel knew God, the real king of everyone and everywhere. Daniel loved God very much, so 3 times a day Daniel knelt down by his window and he prayed. Prayer is talking to God. We can talk to him anywhere, anytime, and about anything. What a wonderful habit! How could that get anyone into trouble? Daniel worked for Darius, the super powerful king of Babylon. Daniel was so good at his job that the king wanted him to run the whole kingdom. But the other people who worked for the king didn't like Daniel, and they didn't like the God he prayed to. So they decided to get Daniel into trouble with the king. Oh, can you spot our first lion on this page? There was just one problem with their plan. Daniel had done nothing wrong. Nothing! But then they thought of something. They could use Daniel's habit to get him into trouble. Daniel's enemies got King Darius to make a new law. It said that for 30 days no one was allowed to pray to anyone except the king. And if anyone broke the law, they would be thrown into a den full of huge, hungry lions. Oh no! What would Daniel do? If he obeyed the king of Babylon, he would stay safe. But if he obeyed God, the real king of everyone and everywhere, he would keep praying. And that meant Daniel would be lion food. Safety or lion food? Which would Daniel choose? Daniel's enemies crept up to his house and looked up at his window. Daniel was praying. And I can see another lion on that page somewhere. They'd caught him. The plan had worked, so they rushed back and told the king. Daniel was about to become lion food. King Darius tried and tried all day to find a way to save Daniel, but he couldn't. Even the king wasn't able to change the law. So, when the sun went down, Daniel was taken to a den of huge, hungry lions and thrown in. "I hope your God can save you," said the king. Oh, see those paws coming up? They look really hungry. A big stone was rolled across the mouth of the den and everyone went to bed. But the king couldn't sleep. He tossed and turned and tossed all night long. In the morning, he rushed back to the den. "Daniel, has your God been able to save you from the lions?" asked the king. And then he listened. A voice came from the den. "Yes, O king, I am not hurt. God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths. God saved me because I had done nothing wrong. Nothing." Daniel was lifted out of the den and there wasn't even a scratch on him. Daniel had trusted God and God had saved him. Then, because King Darius was such an important king, he wrote to all the people, in all the countries, in all of the world. He said, "Daniel's God is the living God. He is the real king of everyone and everywhere, now and forever. He saves his people." The end. Oops, no, it's not the end at all. It's time to spot some Jesus moments. Did you see the pictures of the lion up on the screen? Each Jesus moment is a moment when Daniel is a little bit like Jesus, the Son of God. Did you find all 4? Here's what they mean. Daniel's enemies wanted to get rid of him, so they tried to get him into trouble. That's what Jesus' enemies did too. But in his job, Daniel had done nothing wrong, nothing. His enemies had to invent a new law to get Daniel into trouble. In his whole life, Jesus had done nothing wrong, nothing. So his enemies had to tell lies about Jesus to get him into trouble. When Daniel heard about his enemy's plan, he knew he was going to be arrested and thrown to the lions. What did he do? That's right, Daniel prayed. When Jesus knew he was going to be arrested and killed on a cross, what did he do? He prayed too. Did Daniel die in the den of lions? No. The lions were very hungry, and Daniel was as good as dead. But God, the real king of everyone and everywhere, brought Daniel out of the den. Did Jesus die on the cross? Yes. Yes? Yes. Jesus really was dead. But then God brought his son out of death. And do you know something amazing? God promises to bring all of his son's friends out of death and into life with him too. Can God really do that? Yes, he can. He's done it before. So one day, all of Jesus' friends will live with him forever and ever. And for now, we can enjoy the same habit Daniel did. We can talk to the real king of everyone and everywhere, every day. Wow, that's really good to know, isn't it? That God always hears our prayers wherever we are or whatever we're doing. Looking forward to seeing you next week for another story from the Bible. Bye!
Oh, thanks, Kate. That was a great story. Soup really liked it. Daniel, what a guy. Oh, yeah. Soup noticed that Daniel continued to talk to God even though he might get into trouble because bad people were trying to harm him, but he'd done nothing wrong. I know. Oh, a lot of feathers flying around here. What's going on? Oh, it's Bird. Hi, Bird. Are you all right? Oh, she's so excited. They're both excited about the story. So, Bird is excited because she's noticed the story about Daniel is a lot like Jesus. Yeah, that Jesus was in the presence of people that didn't like him, were trying to harm him, even though he'd done nothing wrong. Similar stories, well spotted. So, Bird, how did you know that? Oh, she says Rico has been reading the Bible with her too. Oh, well done, guys, well done. Anyway, so, right. Yeah, Soup says maybe there are other bits in the Bible, the whole Bible, where we recognise Jesus. Yeah, could be, couldn't there? Probably are. And Bird says, wouldn't that be great if when we read the Bible, we recognise the bits that are like Jesus? Yeah, I know. Well, see you next time. Oh, so excited.